What's up? What's up? What's up? Y'all, we back.
Hey, what up,
We are
everybody?
back. We are back. How you doing, JB? Happy belated birthday,
Thank
my
you. I'm
cancer
good.
brother. Hey.
Yes, I'm good. I'm good. Thank
Tamanda, aren't you supposed to be in the middle of the Mediterranean somewhere? Girl, what you doing? So, y'all, we are here now. I know that JB last week gave y'all a little something, something.
you. Hmm.
But we're gonna go back to episode. We're gonna go back to last week. And just kind of talk about what happened last week. I'm just gonna go through the summary. So if there's anything that I've missed or we don't talk about that y'all want us to address, just drop it in the chat, y'all. Y'all know we got 10 episodes to get through, so work with us, okay? Well, we left off with Kat's surprise party that Tomas, the ladies getting out of the hospital, both of them getting out of the hospital, and Tomas.
Lord, that party.
And Tomas had the surprise for Kat, and he got the surprise. He thought he had a surprise, but surprise. Right. So he proposes to Kat, and Kat tells him no. Now, this is a serious question. This is a serious question because we've seen this before. Do you, in a situation like that, do you say yes because you know how embarrassing it's gonna be, and then when y'all get in private, be like, nigga, you know this ain't about to happen, or do you say, look, no, like no? I mean, because that was so. I mean, in front of her whole family, that was so, whatever the girl tried to tell you, but I don't know what y'all think. You got your hummus and Peter. I got some. Look, me too. I got some hummus in there too. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
For me, I don't think I would say yes, because here's the reason why I say I don't think I would say yes, because we're not at that space for engagement. Because you flat out turned me down when I wanted to move in with you. So if you weren't ready to move in with me, why are we now ready to get married?
I get it. So here's the thing. If it were a situation where I was like, no, I don't even want to be with you anymore. Like, I was actually going to break up with your ass, but I was waiting to get out the hospital. I can see. But if you still want to be with him and you still love him, I don't know. Like, I feel like, and maybe that's the nice side of me. Maybe that's the nice cancer, don't want to hurt people's feelings side of me. That I'm like, now again, if it was, like I said, if it was you cheated and you just doing this because, you just trying to save face, but I don't know, like, because can I be honest? I'm not feeling the love between Tomas and Kat. Like, I just don't feel the sparks there. I don't know.
I don't disagree. I do not disagree. But I mean, like I said, I would say no, because here's the thing: if you say yes and you pull them to the side and be like, "Motherfucker, now
Yeah, that's what. I feel like I would. I feel like I would. In the moment, I would probably say yes. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I'm just being real honest about who I am. But later on that night, after everybody, I'll be like, listen, we're not ready for this. Like, I didn't want to embarrass you in front of my family because I still love you. And I want us, like, eventually I want us to get there, but we're not there right now. So we can just go back to the family in a couple of days and say that we realize that we need more time. You know what I'm saying?
Like, what do we do? What do you do after that? Like, do you go back to your family?
I would just go back to the family and be like, look, we need some time. Like, we weren't, he was dealing with the trauma of we were emotional. Like, and I do think part of this is emotional. I think part of it's emotional, and I think part of it is Tomas thinks that she's the perfect person. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? She comes from the right family. She's got money. She's got a pedigree. She looks good on his arm. Like, she's a strong, she's a strong woman that got her shit together. Like, I think she checks all the boxes for him. And I think he has feelings for her, but do I think they have this passionate love affair? Like, no. I don't know. Yeah, Quake. It was a trauma response. Like, I really feel like it was. I really feel like it was just a trauma response. Quake said, I turned down my ex-husband 4 times before I said yes because I wasn't ready to get married, but we did move in together first. Yeah, again, so anyway, so that was that. Anything more on the party? I mean, other than Cat, we love you, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, he just got his face cracked. Like, but again,
Yeah,
everybody kind of the whole
they
family
tried to tell you, bro. They tried to tell you.
because this was
So
like
while this is
because this was like a knee jerk reaction.
it
You saw your
was.
girlfriend in two different situations. You saw your girlfriend from the situation of the aftermath of the tornado, and then you see your girlfriend in this situation where she's donating part of her liver to Eva. Then it took her a while to wake up. This is just you being afraid to lose the girl at this point. That's all it was.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing less, nothing more.
I believe that. I absolutely believe that. I absolutely believe that. So now while this is going on, child, we have crazy girl.
Leslie.
No, Vanessa's daughter.
Oh, Deanna.
Deanna. We have Deanna giving us her best. I've turned over a new leaf and I really want to make this work and I really want to get to know Joey and Vanessa is so ready for this that she is eating it up and Joey is looking like, no. Joey is not feeling it at all. Joey is like, no, absolutely not. And Joey I mean, clearly Joey don't know she's talking to her daddy, right? He don't know that, but Joey does realize that there's a scheme here. Like he does not trust it. He doesn't trust it. And Vanessa actually ends up. Y'all know I'm gonna be jumping around, so work with me. Vanessa actually ends up giving her a job working at the real estate agency over the summer, and Joey is like, hell no, like she might get because he doesn't trust her intentions. So he's like, she may purposely be trying to find something to get at me, and it don't take a rocket scientist, although she shouldn't, as a 22-year-old child, she shouldn't be able to figure out that y'all are laundering money. Because if you can't fool a 23-year-old child, you certainly can't fool the government. But okay then. Just like I don't think Joey's going to unalive her. I think Joey's going to get her committed. I think she's going to end up in a mental hospital. But I think Joey is the one that's going to like expose it or convince Vanessa. Like I think she's going to end up in a hospital.
But the thing is, she's rattling Joey's cage. Like she is rattling.
Oh yeah, him. She's definitely in his head.
And not getting ahead, but watching this week's episodes, I was like, I think she knows something. I think that's why granted, I think her talking to her dad, she has lost her grip on reality, but not that much. I don't think she's lost that much touch with reality because I still think she's in a semi-sane world, right? The only thing is she is having conversations with her, and I'm gonna use air quotes, deceased father, but she's not wrong. Like she's right about everything. When it comes to Joey, her mama, like she's on point. The girl is on point. It's just she's talking to a ghost.
Yeah, so that's like her subconscious talking. So the subconscious is saying, "Hey, there's something going on here. He really has something to do with your dad dying." Like I can see that because she's clearly talking to herself. So she's talking to. I guess she's talking to her subconscious. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think her dad left several letters, and she has one. Now that because we're gonna just listen. We're skipping around, y'all. So because we definitely don't want to forget to talk about the fact that Vanessa is going through some of Doug's stuff, and Joey finds a letter which basically Doug says, "Look, if anything happens to me, I did not do anything to myself. I didn't kill myself. I didn't unalive myself. I didn't hurt myself. If y'all find me, Joey did it, and this is why." And Henny goes on to talk about all the things that he knows about Joey, including that Joey is responsible for the white boy getting killed last year. And I find it interesting that this week's episodes, and I understand it's the 1 year anniversary of it all, but I find it interesting that we are revisiting all of this with Martin and Smitty. I find it interesting that we're revisiting these things.
That's why I'm not so convinced to call Deanna crazy, because I don't think she, like I said, I don't think she
crazy.
Like you said, I think it's her subconscious. I think she's like somebody's. I think she knows she has one of those letters. Either she stumbled upon it or he left one for her, and she read it, and so now she's talking to her, having conversations with herself about how does she expose this. Because even when she was sitting at that table, she knows something. There is something that Deanna 100% knows. But like you said, I do believe that she is going to get committed. Unfortunately, I hate that for her, because the girl, I mean, she is a grieving child. Her dad died unexpectedly.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I ain't gonna call her. I won't go out on. I mean, if she's actually having conversations in public by herself, like that meme of that woman, that black woman, where she's just arguing on the bus and there's nobody there. Now, if she's doing that, like in public, talking to herself, then yeah, she got a problem. Now, if it's just like, she's having conversations in her head, then that's different. And I'm hoping it's the latter, that she's having conversations in her head.
Mahogany, we've been saying that all along. Me and JB, we are not convinced that Doug is really no longer here. I'm not convinced of that. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not convinced, especially now that they have the person that actually played Doug is the one doing the voiceovers and the one doing, like, I feel like I don't know, y'all. Again, it's a soap opera. There was never a body. I mean, I don't know. We'll see though. We'll see. Leslie, Ava's home from the hospital as well. Isaiah is a doting boyfriend. Now, on the opposite end, I love Isaiah and Eva. I love them. I think they are so cute together. And even though Isaiah is not the best actor, I do feel more of a connection between the two of them. You know what I mean? Like, I definitely feel more of a connection between the two of them. Like, he hasn't left her side. Tomas went MIA.
Right. I do like Isaiah.
Remember we told.
Yeah, I do like those two together. They're cute. I think I will say Isaiah do get on my nerves a bit. He do get on my nerves, like slightly, just slightly.
Okay, well, it's okay. Slightly getting on your nerves. Okay.
Because like when he was. Because here's the thing, we know how Leslie is. We know Leslie, she is one for the dramatics. She's over the top. But for him, be telling her like she wasn't moving into the house, into the apartment, I was like, whoa, bro, pump your brakes. Again, I get it. Leslie's a lot, but that ain't your place. You overstep. And I still ain't forgot that damn dinner that they had, that macaroni and cheese with no meat, no nothing.
Baby, listen, the macaroni and cheese, no vegetables, no nothing. Like, when did macaroni and cheese become a meal? I don't remember that ever being a meal. In my house, macaroni and cheese has never been a full meal.
That is a side.
Right. It is a side. Isaiah has a job too. Isaiah works at Banneker. He got a job. Not Isaiah's low-key annoying. Isaiah is self-righteous just like Kat. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Everybody ain't feeling the Isaiah love. Okay. All right. Okay.
Now, y'all do like Darlene. Is she a lot? Yes, but I actually like Darlene. I like Darlene for some odd reason. She's an overprotective mama.
Sure. All of these mamas on this show are overprotective. I wish some of these mamas would just sit back and let their kids just fucking live their lives. All these mamas be doing too much. I think the one that's probably the most hands off is Nicole. Now she'll talk to them, but she doesn't interfere.
Mm-hmm.
But she still, I still think that child. I don't know. Anyway, he's never at work, but he has a job though. We don't know what his hours are.
He was at work
Remember, he
this
took
week.
off. Yeah, he took off to take care of his boo.
He was at work this week because Ted said that he was, he told him
Yeah,
he
he
would
went to
watch.
work this week.
But it's the summer, y'all. Well, never mind. It's a college. Summer hours.
Right, he might not even have a lot to do right now. It's summertime. You know what I'm saying? He might not even have a lot going on. So he's adjunct child. Okay, so we see, we see all of them coming back together. Now, hold on, let me look at my summary. Let me make sure we covered everything. Because again, y'all, put it in the chat if it's more that we need to cover, but we gotta get through 10 episodes. So, work with us. Vanessa shares news. Okay, we talked about that. Okay, Randy told, Joey told Randy to go and talk to her. Now I forgot that she would know Randy because of Doug and Randy's relationship. So I thought that was interesting when he went and he talked to. We're not there yet, DB. DB, we only on Monday's episode, but I got you. We're not there yet. But I thought that was an interesting conversation because he seemed like they sort of had a connection. I mean, not a connection like that, but it seemed like he was part of their lives.
Yeah.
But then Vanessa act like she hardly. Is it me or does Vanessa act like she hardly knows Randy?
We ain't really saw Vanessa interact with Randy since, oh shit, when Joey scared his ass out of town. And since then, like, she very rarely be around the man.
I don't know. It's just, I don't know. But but Randy does it, but you could tell Randy really ain't feeling this. Like, I think again, it seems like the unwritten thing is that Deanna is I'm telling y'all, I really feel like Deanna's had some mental issues in the past.
Well,
they
mentioned
about that. Yeah. So I think he knows that, and I think he's like tiptoeing around her because of a combination of her dad being gone and her already having some mental issues. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think you got a delay, JB.
I don't know, because it might be. Hell, it might be StreamYard.
It might be. Because every time I stop talking, it's like a long pause. And then when I start talking again, then you start talking. And then I feel like I'm talking over you. It might be me. I don't know. But it's definitely, I think one of us have a delay. I don't know. You go out and come back in, and then I'll go out and come back in and see if that works.
Okay.
Because it definitely seems like it's some sort of delay. Okay. She seems like she's a few fries short of a Happy Meal. Not a few fries short of a Happy Meal. I think Vanessa dismisses Randy because he's not educated and well off. Like, oh, okay. Ooh, okay. Hey, Really B and JB, I would like to see Tomas go to Puerto Rico and return as a villain. Ooh. I think they're trying to. Well, Tomas is not going to be. I mean, he's not full time on the show at this point. So when he comes back from Puerto Rico, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens with him. But I don't think that's why she don't fool with Randy. I can see what you're saying, but I don't necessarily think that's what it is. All right, I'm going to go out and come back in. Give me a second.
Okay. She seems like she's a few fries short of a Happy Meal. Oh my God. No. Yeah, I don't think that girl is. I don't. Yeah, no, I don't know. Like I said, you guys, I really think it's the fact that I think it's her subconscious talking to her. Again, I'm afraid that Deanna is not having full blown conversations in public I mean, somebody would have committed her ass by now if she was doing that. Because remember, she was outside. She was outside of Uptown having a whole ass conversation.
Well, she was in the middle of the country club having a whole conversation.
Exactly. Somebody would have committed her ass. They'd be like, "Ma'am, you're okay?" Because I know my black ass would have been like, "Ma'am, who the hell are you talking to?" And then she was like, "Girl, you okay? You want me to call somebody for you?"
Right. Like, who are you talking to?
Who are you hugging? So I don't know. I don't know. I do believe she said, like I said, I do think it may be like a slight break from reality, but I also feel like she knows. I feel like Deanna's onto something when it comes to this Joey and Vanessa. Mostly Joey, not Vanessa. Because I don't think she. Because I mean, who would know? No, well, shit. If Doug wrote a goddamn letter to her, then shit, she would know about the money laundering.
If he wrote a letter, I agree with you. I do think there's more than one letter. Now, where the other letter is, and that's why Joey told Randy go see if he had any safe deposit boxes or anything like that. Because I agree, it doesn't make sense that he will only leave one letter. No. Like it seems like he'd be smarter than that because he left it in his belongings. You know, Vanessa was gone. Like Vanessa wasn't with you at this point. You know, by the time, like Vanessa wasn't. You know, so I can't imagine that Vanessa's the person he would trust with that information. The only person he would trust with that information.
Mm-mm. Hopefully, he had an attorney.
I don't know. It'll be interesting. So that was pretty much episode. That was pretty much last Monday. Now, last Tuesday, we see where Anita is having her surgery and to get the tumor, and it was successful. I'm not gonna drag that out, child. It was successful. We ain't dragging that out. It was successful. She was able to, it was like outpatient surgery, so she went home the same day. Everything was good. Kat decides that a way to make up with Tomas is to buy a condo. Now, she wasn't ready to buy a condo 3 months ago, but now she went and saw one of the condos that she had already looked at, put it and bought it all in one day. She decided, and everybody is like, wait, what? And what I love, Nicole, I think, gave her the best advice. Nicole was like, no is a complete sentence, and you don't owe him anything for that. You said no. You don't. She was like, so you're giving him a consolation prize. And I love that Nicole was like, girl, no, like it doesn't make sense that you would go out and buy a condo for him as a reward for not wanting to marry him. Like, it's not, that's not how this works, So I love that Nicole, clearly I don't think it got through to her, but I love that Nicole was like, baby, no is a complete sentence. And you don't owe him anything. You don't owe him anything. Y'all notice how Nicole took off a day off work to sit with Danny during Anita's procedure, but she worked while Kat was in surgery.
I didn't remember that.
I don't remember that either.
I really didn't remember it. As far as this condo goes, I can't even defend it. Because initially when Kat said she was going to get the condo, I was like, cool. I thought she was going to get the condo just for her. But then when she said she wanted Tomas to move in, I was like, oh, God, Kat, why? Like, you guys are not ready for any of what you guys are doing. Like, you guys weren't ready to move in a few months ago when Chelsea and Madison got engaged. You guys weren't ready to get engaged to each other. You guys weren't ready to move in. Like, here's the thing. I think at this stage of their relationship, what they're doing now works better instead of them just full-blown moving in with each other. Like, you have a toothbrush, some clothes, and some stuff at his apartment, He can have some stuff at your apartment, and y'all can see how things progress. But I just don't see Tomas and Kat working out like that because Tomas, he lacks boundaries when it comes to Kat. I realized that last week. I realized he kind of lacks boundaries. When he went to go see Eva, I was like, dude,
Oh, we about to get to that next. We about to get to that. Mm-hmm.
like he lacks boundaries. And then him having a conversation with Kat about, I think, I don't know if that was in this episode or not, but about, it sounded like you want her to be a kept woman. I was like, have you met this girl? Do you know your girlfriend? That would never work for her. First
So
of all,
I don't get this. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. My bad.
Yeah, first of all, who she is as a person and who her family is, that would never work for Kat. Ever. Because I got offended when because to me now I may be the only person that took it that way, but to me it sounded like he wanted her to be a kept woman.
Now, I didn't get the impression that he wanted her to be a kept woman, but the impression I did get was he comes from a very traditional Latino family, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a certain level of a man being head of the household. And so for most, I'm gonna be honest, for most men, they wouldn't be okay with their girlfriend buying a condo and saying, hey, we're going to move in together. Like, she didn't talk to him. She didn't consult with him. She didn't ask him. And it tells me that they haven't, like, Kat, you're not listening to him, because this is literally the exact same thing he said to you the last time you wanted to move in with him. It's the exact same conversation. He said, look, this isn't the way I want to do this. And I don't want to feel like I'm moving in with you. We would be moving in like it was like the exact same conversation, which tells me you're not listening to him. Either that or you're not respecting what he's saying. Either you're not listening or you're not respecting what he's saying, because he said that to you. And so that goes back to y'all being compatible. You're right. She's a very type A personality. So that's probably not going to work. Mm-mm. You see what I'm saying? I mean, but I think that goes back to their compatibility. I don't think they're compatible because that's what he's looking for. Ultimately, he's looking for, I think he's okay with his wife working, but I don't think he's okay with his wife making more money than him. I don't think he's okay with his wife making independent decisions without feeling like she has to consult him. Like, those are the things that Kat's never going to do.
And I get what you're saying, but then at the same token, it's like, if he doesn't want that, then why would you date a girl that comes from a rich family, from her parents to her grandparents? So either way it go, Kat would never want or need anything from you because, again, I'm pretty sure her mom and I'm pretty sure, Ted and Nicole got, something set up in case something happens to them, Kat will inherit something, right? And same with Vernon and Anita. I'm pretty sure Danny and Nicole gonna inherit something if something happened to them, but the same thing for the grandkids. So you got your girlfriend is rich. She comes from a rich family on both sides, and they have generational wealth. So you knew who you got with when you got with her. So I get what you're saying, but that's why I would never date somebody. Like, if I felt that way, I wouldn't necessarily date someone who is technically above me. I'm not saying Tomas is low. I'm just saying, in a hierarchy level, she comes from a pedigree and she don't really need him.
I hear you, but here's the thing. My mother, I'm gonna tell you something my mother always told me. My mother always told me, you gotta let a man be a man, right?
Yeah.
You can technically be the breadwinner and have the most money and not emasculate your partner.
Correct.
So I don't think that him dating a woman that has more than him, that financially has more than him, that's not the issue. It's how she chooses to wield, as the word I'm looking for, that wealth. So she tends, so for example, waking up one morning and going and buying a fucking condo that's probably at the minimal $700,000 in this area, and they're supposed to be, and I'm sure it's like an upper echelon. That might be $700,000 million piece of property that she just purchased without even having a conversation with him. That's the kind of stuff that will emasculate you.
Correct.
Not having the money is how you're using the money, but I still agree that her personality is such that she's not going to be that person. You know, and I agree, but that goes back to what I said. I just don't feel the connection there.
I get it. And then also kind of going to because Kat said something last week, and I was like, Kat, that's part of his problem right there. When she said he doesn't feel like it'll be out of place, but it will be. I said, technically, no, it won't be his place, y'all's place. And she said it. She said, well, my name will be on the deed. I said, exactly. So it ain't his place, because you can kick him out you can kick him out whenever you want. If he pisses you off, you can be like, you know what, Tomas, this is my condo. You got to go.
Okay, Novelty said that Nicole was not working while Kat was in surgery. She went to go see a patient and she came right back and she was there with the family. I didn't see that episode, so I think that's one of the episodes I missed or something. So I don't know. Kat isn't considerate. That's my girl, but that's what that's what I'm saying. Like, that's going to be a problem for a man, in my opinion, for a man like Tomas, in my opinion. But I still agree that Tomas did the same thing with asking her to marry him without talking about it first. They did the same thing to each other. I don't think for me, that's not the same. Because again, traditionally, the man is supposed to ask the woman. And traditionally, a man doesn't consult. Like, traditionally, I think we're at that point where we're ready for that step. So I don't put that on the same level as buying a piece of property. For me, I mean, everybody's different. For me, I don't put asking a proposal on the same level. I think that's different. I mean, I've been proposed to before, and they ain't asked me first. They just fucking asked. I mean, they asked me, but they just popped up with a proposal. So
yeah, I agree with you. I don't think they're.
I mean, I'm single, so that clearly lets you know how that went. But
I don't put them on the same level because, like you said, you don't. A proposal is a surprise. This ain't a surprise. This ain't no surprise. It's a surprise, but it's not a good one.
Right. And then you want him to move in. Right. He's not even seen the house. He don't know if he liked the location, the layout. Like, I don't know. I just think, but again, everybody tried to tell Kat the same thing. Like, everybody, like, her whole family is like, whoa, Kat. Like, her whole family is like, you did what? So it's kind of the same thing. Her family feels the same way about it.
Yeah, one thing I can say, that they both kind of give a little bit of irrational with their decision making,
knee jerk type.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get to, since we on Tomas, let's get to Tomas popping up down to Eva's apartment. Baby, can I tell you, I loved how this scene went from beginning to end. First of all, Tomas, you popped up. You ain't called, you ain't text, you just popped up. And like Eva said, I love that Eva was like, so basically you just thought it was going to be a deja vu situation. You thought you and Kat are having issues, and so you just going to pop up on me. Like, that's what you thought was getting ready to happen. That you thought you was just going to woo and pop up on me and everything was going to be all good. I was so here for that whole conversation. And I loved how he came in there with his little book or whatever. And Isaiah was like, oh man, we done read the whole series already. And then he spoiled it for him. And I know he did that shit on purpose. Isaiah, I see you. You did that on purpose. You did that on purpose.
See, he's lucky Eva was nice. A lot nicer than I would ever be. Because my motto is, please don't show up to my door unannounced, because if you do, you're just going to be sitting outside. I'm not coming to the door.
Baby, I'm the same way.
Baby, because if somebody, like I've had people say, I'm outside. I'm like, outside where? Outside your apartment? For what? I didn't ask you to come over here. So you're not going, and somebody said, so you're not going to let me in? I said, no. The fuck?
Right.
You got mad. How are you mad? Like, literally got mad. So you're not going to let me in? Motherfucker, I said no. Like, I was asleep. First of all, I was asleep, and then you're gonna pop up at my, like, I'm here. And I literally said, "Here, wait. I'm outside your door." No, you're not. No, you're not. You're gonna be sitting outside the gate until you call somebody to come. Whoever brought you over here, or however you got here, that's gonna be the way you get back home. But Eva was
Now I be
nicer than
looking at
that.
my door camera and turning up the volume, child. You could pop up over here if you want to. Like I said, I will sit here. I will sit here and I'll sit here and talk and know you can hear me and won't open up that door.
Child, no. So yeah, Eva was nicer than me, but I do love that she put him in his place, and I do like that the fact that she defended Cat. I was like, well, that's nice.
She
I was
did. She was like, "Did you talk to Cat? Does Cat know you're here?" Because now, and here's the thing, and this again, this now, let's be clear. I'm not a fan of Tomas. I'm not. But this goes back to why I'm not a fan of Tomas. Because that was some fucked up shit. Like the first time, okay, you thought y'all had broken up, whatever. But at the end of the day, you literally are doing the exact same thing this time. And you know what you're doing, and you know how much of a problem it caused the last time. The problem is Kat forgave you and she didn't forgive Eva. And so you don't feel no consequences of it. Because she forgave you. Y'all were good. So now you're going to show up at her door. Now, what if she wasn't in a relationship? That was first of all, you knew she was, so that was effed up because you knew she was in a relationship. But what if she wasn't in a relationship? Like, that's real messed up and real arrogant for you to think you could just pop up on her like that and everything was everything.
Here's the other thing. Since he slept with Eva, their connection has dwindled. So they're not as close as they once were.
Right.
Because if they were like still as close as they were and still good friends with each other, you would still be outside the door, but that would be different because they'd be like, we're friends with each other, but again, you still be outside the door. But
yeah, you did right, but and I agree, DB. He also didn't consider the fact that she's healing from surgery. Like, you just showed up there with your problems. I don't know. Like I said, I love the fact that Isaiah, and I also love how Isaiah let it be known, like he dropped his dick. You know what I mean? Like, this mine, this my woman. But he also left to give them time to talk, and he trusted that Ava. I keep saying Ava. He trusted that Eva was going to check him. And I love, again, that just, to me, it just shows me the difference in these two relationships. Like, he trusted that Eva was going to check him.
And she did. Shout out to
Amber, by the way. He dropped his dick, though. He let it, he was like, boom, she mine. Let me be clear. That's me right there. But I'm going to run down here and get her some cornbread from Orvie Jeans. Okay? I'll be back.
I wonder what is, because, when they come to the daytime Emmys, they have to submit a reel. I wonder what her reel looks like. I can't wait to see her reel.
Oh, we didn't even talk about that. Well, let's take a pause for the cause. Before I forget, let's take a pause for the cause. Congratulations to Beyond the Gates. Hold on, y'all. Let me pull it up. First, we got the news that they made daytime history because both Anita's character and Danny's character have both been nominated for lead roles. So congratulations. But then we also found out that they got 15 altogether. They got 15 daytime Emmy nominations. So let me go through them real quick. Jasmine Burke for outstanding guest performance in a daytime drama series. Amber Michelle, that's who plays Eva, for outstanding emerging talent in a daytime drama. Ariel Prepet, that's who plays Naomi, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that Naomi? Who's Jasmine Burke? That's the young lady, right?
That's June.
Oh, that's June. Oh, yeah, that's June. Outstanding emerging talent. Timon Kyle Burnett, that's Bill. Isn't that Bill?
Yeah, that's Bill.
Outstanding supportive performance. Mike Manning, outstanding supporting performance. Who is Mike?
Smitty.
Okay. Tarisha Mann Grant, that's Leslie. Leslie deserved to win. I don't give a fuck who else is in her category. Leslie deserves to win. Do you hear me?
Baby.
I don't give a damn who else is in that category with her. Anyway, she was nominated. Carla Mosley, that's Danny, outstanding lead performer. Tamara Toon, that's Anita, outstanding lead performer. I'm sure her cancer storyline is definitely what did that. Outstanding casting for a daytime program, Beyond the Gates. I don't know if I agree with that one because y'all done casted some people that can't act. So I don't know. I don't know if y'all should win that one.
Oh God. I can't wait to see what Trisha's her reel is. I really can't wait to see what her reel is.
Outstanding writing team for a daytime drama series. Okay. Outstanding music direction. They definitely have some great music. And composition for a daytime program. Outstanding hairstyling and makeup. I give them that. Because now, if you're just a guest on the show, your hair don't be doing a lot. But when you become, for example, Shanice's aunt, when Monica. She was the guest, Monica, when she was a guest, that wig was a mess. But now that she's become the chief of staff, she got a whole nother wig situation going on.
I said that.
She looks so much better.
Dude.
Now that she's chief of staff.
Even Sharon's wig looked better. And, she's still a come and go. But you're right about Monica. Monica's wig, when she first came on, I was like, wow, that is a terrible wig. I didn't want to say it.
It was just like the articulates, but for the women that are regular on this show, because listen, y'all know I love Nicole's hair. They doing some different stuff with Nicole hair these days, but that layered bob that she was wearing in the beginning, baby, that thing was everything. Do you hear me? Nicole's hair was everything to me. So I'm here for it. Right, Sharon. Listen, the articulates, we putting them to the side.
It ain't as bad as it once was, because y'all remember that first
and Peaches. I don't know what the fuck they was doing with Peaches' hair.
We ain't gonna ever bring a Peaches shake and go wig,
baby. Outstanding lighting direction for a daytime program. That's a technical thing I don't know nothing about. Outstanding technical direction and video for a daytime program. And they have the specific episodes for these, like episode 103, episode 104, for which episodes they're saying. So congratulations to Beyond the Gates, like 15 daytime Emmy nominations, like strong J. I wish, a couple of years ago, I was in LA for a Commanders game / Redskins game. And the hotel we stayed in was the hotel that was housing the daytime Emmy Awards. And so we saw all the celebrities. When I say the day we got there, when we would eat, we went and got something to eat. We were eating in the like the little hotel restaurant. Maury Povich and Connie Chung were right there.
Damn.
And he was real cool. We were like, hey, because we kept looking, and he just looked at us and he just started smiling. But he was eating. I don't like bothering celebrities when they're like eating and stuff like that. So we didn't go asking for anything. But later on, some other people that were in our group like got pictures with him. Some of the people in our group got pictures with Sherry Shepherd was there. Sherry Shepherd was taking pictures with everybody, like, because we were just hanging out in the lobby, because they do the daytime awards. They do it over 3 days. So that Saturday night was the main one. We saw the soap opera stars. We saw because Sherry Shepherd and them, they were there. I think that was Friday night. And then Saturday night was like the soap operas and stuff. And then Saturday during the day was the kids Emmys. So like all of the kids that were nominated for awards, and Tabitha Brown was the host for the kids Emmys. And then that night they did however they did it. It was just more than one. It was more than one program. So literally, and it was people walking around just holding their Emmys. And we were like, what did you win an Emmy for? And they were like, oh, well, I won for da 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 da. Because I mean, of course, there's so many people winning Emmys that aren't all like people you know. Mm-hmm. I say all that to say, I wish I was staying in that hotel this year, because I'd be hunting some of these people down.
Right. Hell, I'm thinking about trying to hunt some of them down when I go to Atlanta, see if I can't find them because they be hanging out.
Listen, right? Where they be hanging? Where y'all be hanging out?
They be hanging out in Atlanta. But yeah,
Child.
congratulations to them for the 15. Trisha is very much so deserving of that
She
award.
deserves it. She absolutely does. Like I said, I don't even care who else in her category. She need to
Me
win
either. Me
because she
either.
plays the hell. Whether you love or hate Leslie, she plays the hell out of that part. You ain't gotta
Absolutely.
like her, but she listen. Um. Okay, so I think hold on, y'all. Let me make sure. Let me look at my so we can go into the next episode. Let me look at my summary. So, Cat makes an impulsive purchase. We talked about that. Disapproval, got that. Differences in how they approach their relationship, got it. Jacob and Naomi reconnect, don't care. Um, Ted. Oh,
Not just you don't care. Hmm.
we're gonna get to Naomi in a minute, child. We know that she had a whole storyline. We're gonna get there in a minute. Um, Ted finally realizes that he loves Shanice, and Shanice's auntie had to have a conversation with Ted and be like, look, we know you rich, and I know you want to do all of these rich people things, but you might need to bring it down to Ted. Now I'm gonna be honest, I felt two ways about this.
Uh-huh.
I feel like maybe her aunt was overstepping a little bit.
Okay.
I like the fact that Ted listened and then he did like more of a low key type of situation. But I
Mhm.
feel like if you're gonna date somebody that's his life, he's a country club kind of guy. He's a fundraiser gala. His son is a fucking U.S. representative. Like that's the life that you're stepping into. So, I mean, they can meet somewhere in the middle, but I don't think it's realistic to feel like Ted is gonna. I don't want to use the word dummy down, but
Mhm.
lower, you know what I mean, for her comfort. Like, I get it that it makes her uncomfortable, but Shanice
Mhm.
has been moving. She's been maneuvering. I mean, she's been going to these events. Like, she got to put her big girl panties on. That's who you want to date. You want to put your big girl panties on. I don't know. I felt two ways about that. I don't know. What about you?
I did too. So I got where they were coming from in the aspect that Shanice feels away, and I remembered it because remember when Shanice and Ted went on a date to the country club. Remember, Anastasia came up to Shanice talking shit to Shanice. Now Shanice did read Anastasia, but I know that still had to make her feel away inside, like because remember
Mhm.
you have to remember there is a hierarchy when it comes to hospitals, right?
It is now. It is. You're right.
There's a hierarchy in that in itself. So I was like, Shanice is still dealing with that because typically some doctors feel like they are this, they think they the shit and they think they are it over the nurses when in actuality, the nurses know more than the doctors
Mhm.
in most cases. So she has to deal with that there's a hierarchy when it comes to him being a doctor, her being a nurse, then people in the country club looking at her like, ugh, like he bringing her to the country club when he's been here for years with his wife, and now he bringing her to the country club. I get that aspect, but I also get the aspect of Ted. It's like I can't do anything that is outside of my norm. These things that like these dates that I'm taking you on, this is stuff that I would do for even if he was still with Nicole. These are things that he would do with his
Right. This is who he is.
so you can't really ask him to turn it off or tone it down because it makes you feel uncomfortable. Like you said, you kind of just have to. If it was me, I wouldn't give a fuck. I'd be like, shit, I got the baddest nigga in town. So if
Right.
you got
That's what I mean. And that's
if you
what
got
we want. Like, and that's what we like, and that's what we want in our life. Like,
like shit, he whining and dining me. He I was gonna say when I say this, I'm not. Yeah, hear what I'm saying? It's like he's in a sense pretty womaning Shanice. Now, I'm not calling Shanice a hoe or anything like that,
I understand
but
what you mean. I understand.
he's upgrading in a sense. I know people hate when you say that, but he's upgrading her lifestyle just a little bit. Like you got a man that's buying you like if you don't have it for a date, he's like, okay, let's go to the store and buy it, so that way you can have it. So, like I said, I would
And
be
I
the
don't
type.
know, and why are we acting like Shanice ain't never dated a guy that might have a little something, something? Like I
Yeah,
just didn't like it because I felt like Monica was acting like she ain't used to this kind of shit. And I don't think that's accurate. Like that's why I feel like she might have been overstepping a little bit. Now, don't get me wrong, like you said, were there times when maybe she felt out of place or felt uncomfortable because people was doing some mean girl shit to her? Yeah, I'm sure. But overall, I don't know. I just didn't. I think she's more uncomfortable with the dynamic with her being cool with Nicole, with all of them working in
Mhm.
the same hospital. I think she's more uncomfortable with the dynamic than she is uncomfortable with Ted.
Right.
I mean, that's just me. That's me though. I don't know.
That's what I would be more. That's why I would be more uncomfortable with. Is like, I'm cool with your ex-wife. We all work in the same hospital. Like, this is
Right.
it is a little messy. Now, it ain't as messy as Nicole and what she's done, but it is a little messy.
Right. And we're not gonna sit here and act like Shanice is dumb or something. She's very educated. I mean, they've talked about how educated she is. So it's like,
She's the head nurse on that floor that they own.
yeah, I mean, she's a physical therapist, which means she's got some extra schooling. Like, we ain't gonna sit here and I don't know. I didn't like it. I feel like Nicole was. I mean, I feel like Monica was overstepping. I'm gonna be honest. I felt like she kind of was doing too much.
I can see
But
it.
Shanice didn't seem to be upset by it, so it is what it is. Hold on. Let me see. I keep losing my. Okay, hold on. Jake. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, Ted unresolved family issues. Leslie and Monica clash. Child. So Leslie and Monica kind of come to an understanding. She's going to keep supporting the clinic, even though she kind of threatened not to, but basically said you want a short lease.
Hmm. I'm cool with that.
I'm cool with that too. And Grayson ended up with a job, child. He got a job down to the bartender. That was cute.
Well,
I mean, it was what it was. It was a cute little moment. He was looking for a job. He couldn't find no legit job, and he went down to the bar, ended up being the bartender. So I thought it was cute, but again, it's whatever.
it was because I didn't care.
Um, right. Jacob basically redid their anniversary since he had to pretty much miss it because he was playing undercover cowboy. Um,
Playing Rashad.
Playing Rashad, right? He was over there playing Rashad. Um, let's get to Naomi has finally decided to tell everybody what she's been sitting on. These people are some of the craziest people in my life. I mean, and don't get me wrong, it makes it so real because it's real that they're crazy like this because everybody's reaction is so different. It's crazy to me. So Danny's reaction is that this is karma for her sleeping with Ted with Bill when she's known she's had it since she got tested. She just didn't tell you. Like, Danny, girl, if you don't go sit your ass down somewhere.
That wasn't even it for me with Danny. When Naomi sat down to talk to Danny about it, she was like, "I'm keeping something from my husband." Danny's immediate reaction was, "You
That she
cheated
was
on
cheating.
Jacob." I was like, damn. How did we go from like we didn't you didn't think I could be keeping anything else from my husband besides the fact that I cheated on my husband?
Right.
And
And she was like, where is that even coming from? Like, hello? Like, why would you even think that? Like,
because she was like, I'm more like you than I am dad. Like I would never cheat on Jacob. I was like, Danny, that is your guilty conscience talking to you.
maybe that is her beyond her guilty conscience.
Because girl, how did you come up
And
with I slept with somebody?
I don't know, crazy. And then Jacob's response, of course, he's the supportive husband, but Jacob told on himself because, and this is with, and don't get me wrong, I know women who've done this. I had a friend who did this,
Mm-hmm.
but she actually had been diagnosed with breast cancer,
Mm-hmm.
but it was only whatever it was only affecting one breast, and she went on and just did the double mastectomy because she was like, I don't want to have to deal with this again. I don't want it. So, and I know like Angelina Jolie, I think had the trait.
Yeah.
So I know women do this. I know women make this decision to do the double mastectomy. So Naomi is saying, look, I feel like this is what I need to do. And Monica was giving her an option of maybe just doing a hysterectomy. And he told on himself because it was like he was kind of okay with the mastectomy. But when she started talking about taking out her reproductive organs, then Jacob was like, hold on, we need to talk about this. And Naomi was like, why?
I was kind of confused when she said a hysterectomy. I'm like, you want to go through a full hysterectomy?
I'm gonna be honest with you. If it was a choice between a hysterectomy and a mastectomy, I would take the hysterectomy. I mean, I've had a hysterectomy. So
it sounds like a full hysterectomy. I was like, when they started talking about it, I was like, wait a minute, because what I was thinking, I'm like, we doing a mastectomy and a hysterectomy. I'm like, that's a lot on the body.
Yeah, now I don't know about doing both, but so here's the thing: a hysterectomy is a lot easier than a mastectomy. Number one, once you have a hysterectomy, that's it. That's it. You know, you go home, you rest for a couple of days, but honestly, that's really it. I mean, yes, it brings on menopause faster and stuff like that, but you're gonna go through menopause anyway. With a mastectomy, you have to go through the removal of your breast, let that heal, and then you have to have reconstruction. I mean, some women do, some women don't. But if you want to have, have breasts reconstructed, then you have to go through those surgeries. It's a lot. It's a lot.
That was where my thought process was coming. I was like, this is a lot on your body. Like, I get what you want to do. But you're right. Jacob told on himself. But my thought, because I was listening to him, I was like, okay, I got the mastectomy part. But then when I was thinking it before Monica said it. I was like, Naomi, it's not, the BRCA gene is not just for breast cancer. I'm like, I would assume that's for all types of cancers. And as a woman, with you being a woman, I'm like, that could be ovarian cancer, all those kind of things. And I was like, so it might not be just your breast tissue that you're taking out. I was like, it might be your other parts of your, when it comes to like hysterectomy. And then Monica said, I was like, I figured hysterectomy was coming in there at some point. I was like, oh, Jesus. But then, like you said, Jacob told himself about this, because I was like, a hysterectomy, because Naomi's got to be in her mid-30s. But again, she knows she doesn't want to have kids, so that's why she don't give a damn about getting rid of the, ovaries, the fallopian, all that stuff. She don't give a fuck about it. Like,
not at all. Don't give a damn.
But then when Monica was like, I said it, because everything that Monica was saying, I was thinking it before she said it, because I was like, if you take all that stuff out, I'm like, don't that make you go through early menopause? And I mean, I don't know, and like maybe women in my family have been through it, but my mama, she said she didn't go through it. Like, she said if she did, she didn't remember going through menopause.
Okay, thank you for all of y'all in the chat that are cancer survivors, and specifically breast cancer survivors that are sharing your story. Thank you. I appreciate that. Miss Girl What's the Tea said, I had a double mastectomy in 2020 and placed my inserts. They placed my inserts in the same day. They removed my breast, and 6 months later, I went back and had permanent breast implants done. So I guess again, when my friend had hers, she had to go back a couple of times. And again, I don't know all the details. I was just there to support. I didn't ask for all the, because she lived away. So, but it still sounds like a lot. But I understand listen, I ain't gonna be mad at somebody wanting to be proactive. Like, I get it. And again, at the end of the day, it's an individual decision. That's why when what's her name? Chelsea made it about her. Girl, it's not about you.
That
like, she was really making it about her. I can't believe you didn't tell us. And then she wanted everybody else to be mad. You don't. Everybody else don't have to be mad at her just because you mad. Tell her she's been having all this time and she didn't tell me. Girl, it is not. And she even said, look, I needed some time to just sit in it and process it. And I think we have to give people time. That is a major, major blow. we've got to give people time to process in their own way. Nobody's obligated to share their medical situation with you. I don't know. She was just getting on my nerves.
I would have slapped the shit out of Chelsea. I would have slapped her because, girl, this is not about you. This is me. Granted, I get it. That's your sister, and you're afraid for your sister. But she explained to you why she didn't tell you. Jacob was undercover. Gran was already going through breast cancer herself. So I just needed to, and even Kat was like, Chelsea, I get where she's coming from. Our family can be a lot, and I get it.
Okay. So it was just interesting how everybody handled it. And so I don't know, like this whole baby thing, I hate it because I understand both sides of the coin. Like she said this is what she wanted. And I think Jacob thought that in the beginning. Like I think he believed that he was okay with not having kids. But he wants kids now. And people have a right to change their mind. Unfortunately, you can't make me change mine. I was clear about how I felt. So unfortunately, no matter how much we love each other, now we're in a crossroads.
Exactly.
And I think it's realistic. I mean, I think it's a real thing because, again, I can't make somebody want to have a child. But if I change my mind, I change my mind. Like, I'm not who I was 5 years ago. I don't feel the way I feel. You know what I mean? So, and you know, but Naomi has a right to say, well, I haven't changed my mind.
I think Naomi is dead set on not having kids.
Oh, yeah, she mean that. Yeah, she's not changing her mind.
There's nothing that's going to change her mind about kids. Like, she can still have them. She can still have her, you know, her ovaries and all that kind of stuff. She's still going to say, I don't want kids. The woman is on birth control.
Yeah, she's been clear. So she's been clear. She does not want children.
Now, if he do, he may want to go ahead and divorce his wife.
Yeah.
Like that's going to be on your other option.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. Yeah, if you really want kids at this point, you might have to look into some other things. Okay, hold on. All right, I think that's pretty much it. Hold on. Let me make sure. Let's not that I care. I mean, I can say I don't care, but Tyrell getting this tattoo, child.
Oh,
he is so sprung.
100%. Because that tattoo is not a J for June.
It is not a J for June.
It was 100% for Jessica.
Absolutely.
I've been in a 5-year relationship. I was in a 5-year relationship. Never once in that course of that time did I say, I want to tattoo your initials, your name on my body. I wish, like, absolutely the fuck not. Not gonna happen. No. Not gonna happen. For me, only people's names that are going on my body are my blood relatives, people that are in my direct family. That is it. That is all. My mama, my grandma, and I have a little cousin. We share the same birthday. I'm gonna get her name tattooed on me at some point. That is it, because those are my family members. So I can justify. You ask me who is that? That's my mama. That's my grandma. That's my cousin. Like, we share bloodline. But somebody, I don't give a damn if we're married and we've been married for 20 years. I still probably would never do it.
Baby, every time they show him on screen, all I hear is T-Pain. I'm sprung. Like, that's all I hear.
I cannot wait till the summer ends to see how things play out with him and Jessica.
We know how. So do you think Jessica gets pregnant?
That's what I don't want it to happen, but I feel like that's what's going to happen. Because like you said, he's very sprung. Because last week he was talking about having sex with her. I'm like, damn, you done had a little taste of sex and you just horny at this point. Because I mean, like, is your dad going to be at the cabin? Is your parents going to be at the cabin?
He was going down the list, wasn't he? He was going down the list. He probably said, well, We can go in a closet. She was like, I'm not going in no closet.
He was ready.
Child, he was ready to get it in. Okay. Tyrell is doing the most. Tyrell is in love, child. Tyrell is in love.
It's his first girlfriend and his
It's his
first
first little piece, you know.
yeah.
Child. Okay, so that was Wednesday's episode. So let's get to Thursday. Madison's deposition. Okay, so this is where we start getting into some stuff. So Madison's deposition. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Did I skip a day? Naomi makes it say no, I didn't skip a day. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm going in the right direction. Okay. Madison's deposition becomes increasingly damaging. I didn't think it was that damaging. I just thought that Bill wasn't on his A game. I don't think it was that damaging.
I didn't need that. That was the only problem.
All he was trying to say, right? Mike was trying to make it seem like just because she didn't stop her mom from making a blog doesn't mean she endorsed it. Like her mama grown.
But I kind of did wonder if that was going to be something that they would use against her. The fact that she technically knew that her mom was doing this and she didn't stop it. But
what
that's
was she
still
supposed
not.
to do?
I mean,
she was like, I didn't talk to my mother. My mother didn't put my name. Like my name's not on my mother's website. Like I didn't. I mean, I think this lawsuit is a stretch to begin with. If I'm being honest, absolutely. I just think it's a stretch. You know.
Mike is doing this as revenge.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. This is a revenge thing. Absolutely, it is. But of course, Bill gets sick. Now, is it me? But are paralegals supposed to be perched on the end of the desk while you're in the middle of a deposition? Why was Haley just chilling, sitting on the end of that man's desk? I mean, she didn't have pen, paper, notepad. I was like, why are you here, ma'am?
I've been trying to figure out what kind of paralegal Haley is.
I mean, so Bill starts blah, 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 blah. And Madison, I feel like you was a little too slow to move. I feel like Madison should have been the first person to realize something was wrong. Why Mike was the one that was like, hey, how Mike know? How did Mike know? Like,
this whole thing was just like,
the hell?
I was like, what the hell is going on here? From the moment it happened to the moment it ended, I was like, what are we doing?
Right. I was like.
But speaking of his little wife, she up there smiling when it happened. I'm like, girl, wipe.
Right. I was like, you're not even pretending anymore.
Like, wipe
you're not even trying to pretend anymore. Like, girl.
Like, I'm like, ma'am, you're in the middle of a deposition. His daughter is here. Mike's here. He's here. And Madison is here. I'm like, girl, why are you smiling? Why are you? This is about as bad as when he passed out the last time. And she just sat there.
I agree, Powerful. I wish they would just hurry up and do what they're going to do with this storyline because I don't care no more. I'm sick of it. I'm over it. Like, how long are you going to poison this man and he just be chilling? And there's a part of me that feels like Bill has to know because the way he's acting, but then he'll do stuff that I'm like, well, maybe he doesn't know. Because honestly, the way that he left the hospital and everything, I was like, Bill must know what's going on and he's really not eating or drinking the shit. Like, I don't know. It's crazy.
The slow moving poison that we've been doing for months at this point. Because for Haley to sit there, like for her to sit there and think that it's working, I was like, girl, you've been poisoning this man for almost a year. Poisons don't take that long. But okay.
I agree, Quake. I've been saying that. I think they don't know what to do with the storyline because they don't know what to do with Haley's character. Because I don't think they are ready to get rid of Haley, but there's a way to drag out. There's a way that Haley gets caught and she doesn't have to go to jail. Like there's a way that they can write it. You know what I'm saying?
They don't have to even. They can let her do something. Move on.
I mean, something. I mean, maybe I don't know.
Because I'm sick of this poison. She's been poisoning this man for almost a damn year at this.
Right,
It don't take no year for no poison to take somebody out. I don't give a
right.
damn how small the dosages you giving them. It don't take that long. It don't take that long.
It doesn't. And especially with like him not really having any real symptoms. Like his like the stroke thing is not even I don't know. It's just crazy to me. I be watching Snap and it don't never take this long on Snap.
Mm-mm. Them people be dead within a year.
Baby, they be dead as a doornail.
Be dead within a damn year.
Child. Well, so Ted, I mean, so and Danny is spiraling this week, right? On these
Oh,
couple of episodes, Danny is spiraling. We have Danny, um, she taking it out on her husband,
Andre.
Andre, because of the whole BRCA thing. Because Andre is trying to, I mean, he's not coming right out and saying it, but he's basically saying maybe you need to consider some of these preventive measures. And
Yeah.
Danny is like, my body is like, I can't mess up my body because I'm this and I'm that, and I can't mess up my body. And he was like, who gives a damn about the outside if it's going to kill you? Like, I love you no matter what, that whole thing. But she's still dealing with the guilt of sleeping with Bill. So she's got that. And then when Bill gets sick, now she's trying to prove to herself that she really don't give a damn about Bill. So she don't go to the hospital, but she's miserable the whole time. Like, it's just a mess, Danny.
This is why I said I never wanted this storyline.
I didn't
But it,
either. None of us did. I don't know why. I don't know why the writers thought we wanted this because we didn't. Especially not after y'all showed us the flashback. Like, it would be different if we had. You just showed us that flashback and showed just how nasty. And I love that. That's what what's her business partner's name?
Pamela.
Pamela. I love what Pamela said to her. Pamela was like, "Look, stop thinking about all of the good stuff. I need you to remember how that man made you feel. I need you to remember all the times he gaslit you and made you think you were crazy for asking basic questions. I want you to think about all the times you laid in bed alone in your marriage. Like, stop looking back on this shit with some nostalgia. Like, you and Bill got this deep connection. That man cheated on you and treated you like shit. And that's the part I need you to hold on to.
Can I say shout out to Pamela for losing that accent?
Yes, thank you. Gosh, yes, thank you.
Because that accent was gone this week. But I get that, like you said, that flashback did it for me. There would be nothing you could say to me with that flashback. It would be fuck Bill forever. He wouldn't even we wouldn't have even had sex because I would be so repulsed by that man. I would have been like, let me push you out the elevator. Let me figure out a way to push you somewhere so that I can get
I'd be like, don't you touch me, don't you look at me, don't you even think that you can have a conversation with me.
But the thing is, we kind of, granted, remember, we came into season 1 of Beyond the Gates after all this happened, but Bill was still just as nasty to Danny.
Bill was right when she went to him before the wedding and was like, Bill, you can end this now, blah blah blah. Now I look back on that and I'm like, Danny, what is wrong with you?
Like, I get they were married for years, but that don't make up for that treatment.
Not at all. Yeah, Pamela absolutely said what needed to be said. Like, I was here for all of that. I was here for all of that. Oh Lord. So I mean, it's really deja vu with this whole thing with Bill in the hospital. They don't know what's wrong. They got to run the test. He's being a grumpy old man. He actually ends up checking himself out of the damn hospital. And Haley, and this is why I said, because this is why I said maybe a part of him knows something, because he was real short with Haley. Like when she was, when she was trying to talk to him and stuff, and that's how she ended up at the damn spot to begin with. He damn near pushed her. He damn near pushed her out the damn office.
He did.
Which again confirms to me that she don't do no real work over there. Because why you ain't tell her go do some work? Like,
what kind of paralegal is she? Because a paralegal actually does work.
Yeah, they do.
Haley is away from her desk more times than I can count.
Child, I ain't never seen an office where people just get to walk in and out of the HBIC's office like they walking in and out of Bill's office. Like they just come through there whenever they feel like it.
And they gonna be day drinking.
Oh, they stay drinking. That's just like when Ted had that lunch for Shanice and he had wine. I was like, ain't she getting ready to go back to work? Why are they drinking wine?
And I ain't gonna sit here and act like I ain't never drank during the day on the clock because I have, but not like.
But are you a nurse?
No.
I mean, are you dealing with like people's life or death situation?
Yeah. If my doctor nurse came back with alcohol in their breath, I'm like, who you finna help?
Right.
Who you think you finna touch?
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, like, hello.
Because I say you better go find another nurse quick and fast. Because
Okay.
you ain't finna do shit with my body and my.
It was a mess. The doctors and nurses gonna be drunk trying to do patient care. Right. I was like, so I'm the only one that's thinking about the fact that she gotta go back to work. Okay, cool. And then when she was bragging about it, when she was talking to Ashley, she was like, oh my gosh, girl, he had wine. I was like, so now you go so tell everybody you was drinking wine. Like you're gonna tell everybody that you was drinking the wine. Like, hello. Oh Lord. All right. Smitty is working on his next story. And basically, I feel like his boss was basically telling him, look, I know you're married to a congressman and all, but you got to make a decision about, like, if you're chasing a story, you got to chase a story. I don't know. I don't know how big of a deal that's going to be. I don't know if that's, where that's going, how they going to carry that later on. But we did see that little scene,
I wouldn't be able to
Shanice actually, I'm so impressed with the bare minimum. Ooh, not the bare minimum.
I couldn't write a story on my like that would be enough. That would be and I would tell my editors, would be like, hey, I know that my husband is a politician and stuff, but I'm not writing stories about him. Good, bad, or indifferent.
I mean, I don't even think that should be a conversation. But okay. I thought it was interesting that when Bill got sick, he sent Naomi over to the house, over to his office. Listen, I know we got a lot of smoke for Tomas, but Tomas wasn't wrong about this one. She does not work here. True. Why did you send her to come and tell me what to do? She does not work here. She is not my boss. I didn't get an official word from you. She just showed up trying to tell people what to do. Tomas was not wrong. I get it, but you have a whole office. You got partners. You have junior partners. You have secretaries. You have assistants. You have 500 people that you could get to take care of what needs to be taken care of. You did not need to send Naomi over there. And Tomas was not wrong for feeling some kind of way about it. I'm sorry.
He wasn't. Yeah. It was just that little vibrato in his voice. I was like, who are you talking to? It was just a little vibrato. I was like, oh, he got a little buck in his chest. He felt that. I was like, you know what, Tomas, you felt that. Again, you're not wrong. Because now for him to sit there and tell her that she turned her back on her family, I was like, you don't know that. You don't know what her and her dad had a conversation about when it came to her practicing law. I was like, so you kind of overstepped there. But as far as her coming in here trying to tell people what to do, I agree. This ain't your office. Like, I work here day in and day out. So if anybody should, and I know the layout of everything. So if he didn't put Caroline in charge, then it should be me.
Yeah, I agree. That was pretty much that, because we've been skipping around, so we kind of covering. Again, drop it in the chat if we missed over something. Bill didn't even send an email. Right, he didn't even send out no email to the company. Tell Caroline to send out an email or something. Like, listen, that's just not how people do things. Like, I know you want your daughter to come and work for you, but she doesn't. So, like, you can't just treat her like a part-time CEO. Like, that's not how that shit works. And she shouldn't have been comfortable doing it.
I'm shocked she did.
Right. Bill doesn't want anybody to know he's sick. But to me, that's more of a red flag. If I work for the company and the daughter who don't even work here is showing up, bossing people around, I'd be like, is he dead? Did he leave the company to her? Because why is she telling me what to do? To me, that would be more for me. That would be more of a red flag. Cause I'll be like, why the fuck is she telling me what to do? All right, y'all. We almost done, y'all. But we've been here almost an hour and a half too. But we're up to episode. We are on episode 125, so we're almost there, y'all. We're there. We're almost there. Doug's final words leave Joey shaking. We kind of already talked about this, but we could talk about it in perspective of that letter again was very specific. It was very detailed, and it should leave Joey shook because Joey needs to find out if anybody else got a copy of that letter, which is what he's working on. But I feel like if somebody else had a copy of that letter, wouldn't they have
come forward?
Wouldn't they have shown it since then?
You would think.
I don't know.
And this goes back to my issue when it comes to Vanessa. It's like, ma'am.
You know how I feel about Vanessa ass.
This is all common sense. You even asked him if he took out Doug. Because I think deep down Vanessa knew.
I asked him more than once, I believe.
Like, girl. That's what now. When we talk about storylines wrapping up, I'm not.
Ooh, I'm listening to you.
Oh, okay.
That's an interesting theory, Powerful.
Well, how would she know?
Because you said earlier that you think she knows.
Yeah, I think she knows because there's multiple letters out there.
Okay. I got you. Yeah.
But I don't, because that was very specific.
Yeah, the letter was very specific. So yeah, that's true. That's true.
But the problem is, like I said, so when it comes to Vanessa, I can't wait for this to blow up in her face because it's like, ma'am, you've been sleeping with this man for over a year. He's the reason that your husband is deceased. When you get that, I just want Vanessa to have the egg on her face to know that it was actually Joey who orchestrated everything.
Because Joey's a good man. He's a good man, Savannah.
And that's what's blowing me is he's a good man, Savannah. But that good man, Savannah, that's your husband.
Child. He's a good man, Savannah. The Articulates show up to come visit Anita, and they about to go out on tour. They about to do this album for Barbara. All I have to say is this: Articulates, writers, hey, all I want is Dante. That's it. If y'all gonna bring us back around to the Articulates and them going back into the studio and doing tours, and they gonna do this dedication to Barbara, I want to know who the daddy is. Who is Leslie's pappy? And I think it's Dante.
I feel like that's gonna have to come up at some point because Les is gonna be heavily involved with this album.
Not let Barbara rest.
I kind of agree. Let Barbara go on and rest in peace.
I just think I'm gonna be honest with you. I would be here for the reason why I'm here for the Dante storyline. I'm here for the Dante storyline because I really think that Anita had an affair with Dante. And I love the fact that I love how we have this beautiful matriarchal love story with, you know, Anita and Vernon and Sugar Plum, darling, love of my life. I get it. I'm here for all of that. I'm here for it. But I would be okay with shaking things up a little bit and maybe Vernon finding out that Anita, it was more to the Barbara story that Anita wasn't telling, and the Dante. I would be here for a little shake up. Now they ain't about to get divorced. They ain't about to break up because remember, all of this happened before she was even dating Vernon. So it wouldn't be a situation where Vernon would be like, "You cheated on me." But I definitely feel like he might feel a little betrayed. Like, wait, because you already didn't even tell me about Barbara, and then when you told me about Barbara, you didn't even give me the whole dealio. And then come to find, and then, especially if Dante show up on some bullshit with some mess. Like, I want to see that other Vernon come out. I want to see Vernon have to call Bill to handle something for him again. Like, I just feel like it would be a great storyline to shake things up. You know what I'm saying?
You want to see the senator that probably was cutthroat to get what he wanted.
I mean, who's to say where Dante is these days? I don't know where Dante is. You know, who is Dante? Maybe Dante could be like, he might have became a Barry Gordy type dude where he was head of his own. He might be like a Diddy out here running shit. Like, I don't know. Or maybe he was down on his luck and he feel like he show up feeling like the Articulates owe him some money, because if they were to do a album with Barbara's voice and he feel like I was y'all's manager back then, I need a piece of that. We got to add Child Lord. We got to find Peaches.
That's where I'm thinking that's where I feel like it's going. It's a situation where he wants to, since he's, he's the one that quote unquote, is the reason for the Articulates. He don't want to cut out of this. I'm shocked he ain't come back for the tour that they had. Cause
I was waiting for him.
Cause that was big money.
Hell, maybe he been in jail, child. Maybe he in jail. But I feel like I'm here for it though. I'm here for, because again, his name keeps coming up. Like they brought his name up again. So his name keeps coming up. I feel like they want to give us a storyline. I feel like they want to give us a Dante situation. I just don't think they know. I don't know. I just feel like and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. They're going to bring him in when they start trying to lay Barbara's voice tracks. They're going to have issues. So Leslie's going to sing and Dante is going to show up because he actually has rights. See, that's what I'm saying. Quake, we be right here. Because I feel like Dante is going to show up when it's time, because he has some sort of claim to Barbara. But again, I think he the pappy. I think that's Leslie's daddy. And then Leslie going to be like Eva. She gonna hold on to any piece of her daddy because she been wanting one her whole life. So he gonna show up in whatever story he tell, because she already don't fuck with the Duprees anyway. Whatever story he tell is with the story she gonna run with.
You
see right how I done made the whole storyline? I done gave y'all the whole storyline.
She definitely.
But hopefully, child, we get something. Now, let me finish reading the description from this episode. We already talked about that. Jacob went to Naomi's appointment. Deanna, we're going to come back to Deanna in a minute. I'm going to just make sure that's everything in this episode. Okay. Deanna, she is playing perfect daughter. She invites Vanessa out to lunch, and then she wants to take them out to dinner. Now, is it me, or didn't she say she had something special waiting for the dinner, but nothing happened? They went to dinner and nothing. Am I tripping?
No, she talked herself out of it.
Oh, I missed that conversation with herself.
Well, she talked to she talked to us. So what happened is she talked to herself because she was sitting in the booth, right? And so when she was sitting in the booth, she was.
I saw her practicing. Yeah.
Yes.
She was practicing.
She was talking out loud at that point because she was going over what she wanted to say to her mama and to Joey, and she was like, "No, that's she realized that would be too much," and so she said, so she had to dial it back, and I was like, "Now this time she was talking." I'm like, "Girl, you are really talking out loud in a public." But this part I got, like, because I ain't gonna sit here and hold you. When I was in college, and I would be preparing for a speech, I literally would.
Yeah, I've done that before too. Absolutely. Yeah,
I'll talk out loud. I will definitely talk out loud.
But that does not change that Deanna is a little.
So yeah, she ended up talking herself out. That's why I think that she got, because she did say it, and then she really did say this out loud, because she said because he murdered Daddy didn't something, Joey murdered him. I was like, wow.
Yeah, that is a very specific thing.
So yeah,
maybe she does have a letter. I don't know.
Or she knows something.
She knows something.
She ain't. Something is gonna come out sooner rather than later with Deanna. What she knows, I don't know if it's gonna be this spirit that's talking to her, or what, but something is giving this girl some information, and I'm leaning more towards the spirit now.
You're thinking more towards the spirit. Something's happening. And you're right. Maybe Doug did leave another letter somewhere, but I don't know. I don't know if Deanna is cool enough to.
She's not, and I'm shocked that she was able to. Because even when Joey and Vanessa came, she was still snarky towards him.
Right. That's why Joey ain't fooled by none of this shit. Joey ain't fooled by none of this.
Because she was still slick nasty. I was like, Deanna, you still being a little nasty to him when they were talking about Paris. I was like, now Deanna, I know you know that this man have been to Paris before.
I mean, he might not have been. She don't know.
Somebody with his influence and money, I would think that he has. I'm not gonna say I would assume, but I would think that
I don't know.
man with a casino, you got unless your name is, I'm not gonna say the man's name, unless you're a certain person that bankrupts casinos, you got some money.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
But I get it.
I'm just messing.
But she was still rude to that man. I was like, damn.
Oh yeah, she absolutely was. Oh yeah. Right. Yeah, she can't just be all team Joey because that would be. I mean, even though Joey still ain't buying it, but that would be way too obvious. Danny and Bill, I don't care, but we got to talk about it, I guess. So we already sort of talked about Chelsea making it all about her. So Naomi sits down and tells the cousins what's going on. And again, everybody's real supportive about it. And then we see Danny having breakfast with the girls. And that's when they found out that Bill done checked himself out of the hospital, and they let Danny know that they saw Haley at the country club getting a facial and stuff like that. So basically Danny cusses Haley out about her being insensitive and how could you do that, your husband, blah, 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 blah. Of course, she goes back and tells Bill, and then Bill goes to confront Danny. And that's pretty much how Friday's episode ends. But listen, I don't know where they're going with this.
They're going to get themselves, they're going to be the ones to get themselves away.
Yeah.
Into Haley. Because now y'all are moving suspiciously at this point. Because y'all are saying different. Y'all are saying slick shit to each other's spouses. Danny did it with Haley. Bill did it with Andre. I was like, if y'all want to keep it a secret, the fuck y'all keep fucking with each other's spouses for?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I don't know. It's just crazy. Wait a minute. Victor Newman really wanted his kids to change in charge of the company. He will remove Neil in a minute from CEO as soon as his kids said they want it back in. Oh, I don't know nothing what you're talking about, Melrose. You're on a whole different show, baby. I don't know.
I think that was in reference to like the stuff with Tomas and Bill. Like with Bill, if Bill really wanted Naomi to run the company, he would have put that in place because I think she's damn big.
Yeah, quick. We talked about that a couple of weeks ago. That Danny in an interview said that the writers didn't think that the public would be the Andre thing was supposed to be a fling. But now that it's not a fling, I need y'all to figure out. I need y'all to do better.
I'm still shocked that they thought that we would think that we would want that. Like
I don't know what made this. I don't know what made them think that we would want Danny and Bill back together. Like I don't know.
Like I don't know who thought that, but hey,
I don't know. Now I did. I said this. You know, I said this before that I didn't think that the writers thought that I didn't think that the Andre thing was supposed to be long term. I did say that, but I didn't think that they thought that we were gonna want Bill to come back.
'Cause I damn sure didn't.
Because no, we were all cheering for Haley to be successful. She just can't get it right. She just can't do it.
With this slow acting poison,
Child, she need her money back because I don't know what the fuck she bought.
a placebo.
Right, right. She bought a sugar pill because that ain't shit.
And for Randy to
Right.
say it
That's why
takes,
they should have never given us that flashback. We might have been a little bit on board, but they should have never gave us that flashback. Or if they were going to give us that flashback, they should have gave us that flashback at the beginning of this, so they'd give us time to get over it and think of all the and because y'all showed us all these cute little flashbacks of them getting stuck in the rain and all that stuff. Give us the cute stuff if you want us to kind of soften on how we feel about Bill, but don't show us that flashback right before they sleep together. Like that's not gonna make us change our mind. I'm not blaming Haley. I'm blaming Randy. Oh, because Randy keep buying the wrong shit. I don't know.
Oh, so I know something that we haven't talked about.
Okay, what's up?
The scene Friday with Leslie and Haley at the country club.
Yes. Now, that is so interesting. What is it that you think Leslie wants from her?
I don't know. That I've been trying to figure that out for months. What does Leslie want from Haley? I don't know what she gains. I don't know what Leslie gains from Haley, but I do know Haley let this. Now I don't think Leslie was spooked or startled or anything, but she was caught off guard when that girl grabbed her and said, "Bitch, if you
Oh
come
yeah,
for me,
oh yeah."
I come as I give as I get good as I get."
Yep, she
But I
was a
think that's
little
gonna,
shooketh.
but I think that's going to intrigue Leslie even more because you notice when Leslie walked out,
Oh
she pointed
yeah,
her finger at her. I think because she said because
because
Leslie's like,
she
oh,
already knew she already knew Haley wasn't all that she portrayed to be. She was just waiting for it to come out.
because she was like, now you an enemy of mine, and Haley was like, girl, I am not that. I am not that girl that you ran off the road. Don't get it. Don't get it fooled. And she dropped that accent too.
Oh
And I
yeah,
was
she
thinking,
went real. Yeah, she gave him the hood. She was
I was
talking to
like,
her like when she be talking to Randy, like that whatever that is that she be trying when she be talking to Randy.
Kim Davis, I've saw that theory, and there's one theory, and it's to me, it's a little far fetched. What I've been reading, people feel like Randy might be an undercover cop.
Mm,
People think he might be undercover,
I don't know about that one.
so they really feel like he's not giving Haley poison.
Because he's had enough evidence to convict all them mofos.
Especially Joey.
Right. Especially Joey. Like, what more are they waiting on for Joey? They got him on murder, they got him on extortion, they have him on probably whatever he's selling, the day, like what more do they want? And then they could have got Haley a year ago because he been buying the poison for a year. Shit.
Yeah, that's what I've been seeing people think that a theory.
Now where's
That,
Lynette?
that is a good question because that girl ain't dead.
Oh no, Lynette's definitely not dead. Now where he got her, I don't know, but she ain't dead.
So here's something that I was thinking when it comes to Leslie. Like I said, I do believe that Haley dropping that accent. I do definitely believe that intrigued Leslie even more because, like, oh, so you kind of prove what I figured. You ain't who you say you are. Like, you just as good as you can get as good as I am, right? And I was thinking, I'm like, well, hey, will Leslie go to Marcel to see what he can dig up on Haley? Then I thought about it, I'm like, that's not her real name. Haley Lawson doesn't exist.
But
Val
that's
is.
suspicious all in itself.
So I'm wondering, because Leslie's not gonna let it go. Because like I said, that intrigued Leslie even more. But I think people saying they think Leslie wants a friend or an ally, but Haley doesn't have anything. They're both pariahs in Fairmont Crest.
Right.
Only difference is Haley is married to Bill, but she's still not part of the in crowd. They still treat Haley the same way they treated her a year ago.
Right. But maybe she think that they could be friends. Maybe they have something in common. How does Kat have a house before Bill? I mean, before Ted, a doctor in a hotel room and not in the hotel residences. How do you? I mean, how can you tell the difference? He done told us that he liked living in the hotel, y'all. He liked living in the hotel. Where's the infamous PI that was supposed to get lowdown on Lynette's past? Well, that's the same PI that never gave us any information on Andre. Remember that he was like, it's real suspicious that Andre just all of a sudden fell off, and then we never heard nothing else more about Andre. So yeah, that PI ain't shit. With all the lashing Haley got around town by almost everyone for wrecking Danny and Bill's marriage, why hasn't she ever got a one-on-one lashing by Vernon and Anita Dupree? I don't know if we've ever seen them in a scene together.
Not like that.
Ted said he likes living in right. Ted done already told y'all he liked living in that hotel, y'all. Leslie might be the one to uncover Haley's name. I don't think Leslie's that vested. I think it's like game recognizes game. Like she just sees Haley. And I just think her thing was, girl, I see you for what it is. We can be friends. Like we can work together. Like I see you, you know. But I guess Haley was like, I ain't that damn desperate for a friend. Like I'm already a pariah. I don't need to start associating with a pariah. Like I'm already a pariah all by my damn self.
Exactly. That was my thing. It's like y'all are both the town pariahs. So I don't understand why y'all would be friends. Everybody in this town hates you. Which granted, Leslie is getting, I realize they're kind of morphing Leslie a little bit. How long it's gonna last, I don't know. But Leslie is changing ever so slowly. And you realize we ain't talking about the shit that she did last year.
Yeah, but I don't think it's because anybody forgot. I think we just taking a break. Just like we saw her with Isaiah's mom. Like, nah, we just taking a break. Like we ain't They have to find a way. Right, Quake. I think that's what they have to do. They're trying to figure out a way to keep Haley on the show.
They can send her to Genoa City for a little bit. She like Kyle. They can send her to Genoa City, and once it falls flat over there in Genoa City, bring her back.
I mean, they could definitely do another crossover. See, Golden said, we know that Leslie hates Bill. Maybe that's the interest. Maybe that's it. You're right. Maybe that is it. Maybe she's trying to get close to Haley to get some, to get some stuff. I'm sorry. Okay, listen, that's somebody's ringtone. I was like, oh shoot. Okay, hold on. I had my ringer on yesterday because I had an event yesterday. So I had my ringer on my phone. Yeah. I had my ringer on my phone, so if people call me or something like that, because I hardly ever have my phone on, so that's why it's still on, Chad. But y'all, that's pretty much it. We went through 10 episodes in almost 2 hours. We gave it to y'all, okay?
Yes.
So we'll see what happens next week. I guess they're gonna keep developing this Deanna storyline. This Bill storyline, child, just do what y'all gonna do with Bill, because I'm sick of it.
I am too.
I am sick of it. Do what y'all gonna do with Bill, okay? All right, what you got going on your channel, birthday boy?
Ooh, so I got a lot of stuff that I'm trying to incorporate.
Okay, I got right.
Because y'all know Married at First Sight is on. I'm gonna wait until the weddings end and pick it up, I think. And Big Brother comes on.
Drag it out for them weddings, child.
So I'm waiting until the weddings end, and then we'll do that. And then Big Brother, I'm gonna try to get it done tonight. I do so. It's gonna be interesting for me to do Big Brother this year, which we talked about doing a panel. I don't know if we've come up with a date, but
well, I knew I couldn't do anything until I got back and got caught up. I am caught up, so maybe one day this week, we can get together. I know Angela was getting a late start because she was at Boulay. I was out of town. Busy's not going to be able to do it. He's he said work is really killing him. He's going to do content in August. He's not really going to do anything until next month. But I know me, Abby, L Teddy. So maybe this week we can try to link up and maybe do something like a recap and just talk about what's going on. Maybe like Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday. But I tell you what, I don't know if you've been paying attention to the live feeds. Maybe it's been a lot going on.
That's what I was just about to say. I know so much about the live feed, so because I don't know what they're gonna show tonight, but well, they might show everything that happened. Not everything, because I know after the nomination ceremony, it went down with
Baby, Angela, it went down.
And I'm so mad that they brought her back.
Oh, you know what? She right. I'm so sorry. You right, Quake. Eva finally put her foot down with her mama.
Oh, that's right. We forgot all about this. She did.
She finally put her foot down with her mama and told her mama to get out.
She did.
Said, you are not going to do this. You are not going to mess up my relationship with my father. I'm tired of you in this bullshit.
Can I be honest? I felt bad for Leslie.
What?
I felt bad for Leslie.
Are you serious?
When she walked out of that apartment, I really felt bad for Leslie. I know y'all shocked that I said that, but I really felt bad for Leslie. I think that's the cancer part of me. I felt bad for her, you guys. Was she wrong for what she did? Yes. But when she walked out that apartment with her head down, I was like, oh. I was like, I kind of feel bad for Leslie just a little bit because
Right, DB. This is what we've been waiting for. What are you talking about? You felt bad. Listen, I don't feel bad for Leslie because Eva has been saying this to her. She just hasn't put her foot down about it. So now Eva is finally putting her foot down about it. I don't feel no ways tied.
I think it's the cancer in the caring side. I don't like seeing people say it because she was hurt. Now, granted, I was okay with her being put in her place, but that face when that woman walked out with her head down, I was like,
after she literally just threw herself at Ted, knowing he got a whole girlfriend.
She's been doing it. Leslie's been doing it for months.
But that goes back to what you just said about they trying to like Leslie turned over a new leaf. No, she hasn't. She ain't turned over a new nothing.
She's been doing it for months. So why don't we expect anything different from Leslie? But yeah, I mean, I was here for Eva, but like I said, I did because I did say "aw," because I literally said it out loud. I said "aw." I was like, that was sad.
Ciao, bye.
But yeah, so we forgot. So yeah, Big Brother. I am going to do that tonight. Real Housewives of Atlanta is tonight. How many more episodes? This season got to be wrapping up.
Well, we got it. I mean, we know they've already filmed the reunion, so this has got to be the last episode of the group trip. They got to be getting ready to go home, and then we're going to probably get at least one episode. I think it's 2 more episodes. I think it's this week and next week. I think.
And then we got
and then we go into the reunion. Yeah,
a 3-part reunion. Okay, so yeah, Atlanta. So Big Brother, Real Housewives of Atlanta, and Baddies. When I tell you guys, I can't wait for this shit to end. I can't wait for it to end. This is it for me. I know I've said that before, but this season is gonna be it for me with Baddies. It's got to be, and I think that's all I got. Oh no, I got to do Heart and Hustle Houston because I have not watched that. I did see clips of
it was a good episode.
I saw clips of them from last night, and I have mixed feelings because I do think Chloe is messy, but I also think that they are probably doing a little bit too much when it comes to Chloe.
Wait till you see the episode. They did not go too far because I felt like that a little bit last week, but then when you see this episode, you'll be like, oh no.
Okay. I'm
gonna just say this: production finally showed us the entire conversation from beginning to end. Yes.
Oh God, thank God. So
Production finally showed the whole thing. And again, as much as I'm over the whole Precious conversation, seeing the whole conversation from beginning to end, you realize, wait a minute, Chloe, because we'll talk off camera. I'm gonna let you watch it.
okay,
Here.
so yeah, that's it. Hard and Hustle Houston,
Thank you. I am refreshed.
Big Brother, and Real Housewives of Atlanta, and Baddies. That's all we got. But yeah, because I was actually watching. So there's a girl, a local reporter who used to work for one of our news stations here in Dallas. She's from Houston, and I saw she did an interview with Labrina last week, and I actually liked the interview. It's actually
We've been
really
trying
good.
to get an interview, child. Look, we got to go through. We have to go through OWN because of the production company, their affiliation. So we have to go through. So JoJo put the paperwork in. I hope we get picked because Ro and Latoya want to do an interview with us, but they can't. We have to go through. So I hope they let us do it because I would love to do an interview.
So I don't know how Tashara got the interview. Her name is Tashara Parker. If you guys want to check it out, but I know her.
I mean, she probably applied, but because she already maybe has connections. I'm not saying she did anything wrong, but she may already have, because they're going to look at. Yeah. So I mean, Rose sent us the information like this is what you have to do, this is who you have to contact. So hopefully they'll get back to us. So I'm gonna follow up with JoJo about that. But this is what we have going on. So of course y'all know the Real Housewives of Atlanta is tonight. It may be a little bit later than normal because I have a call I got to get on, and I'm not sure how long that's going to take. I have a Zoom call I got to get on, and then y'all know Next Gen NYC. Chase at LA, me, Abby, and El Teddy are going to probably do our review on Tuesday for that. Y'all know the Whether You Like It or Not panel is tomorrow night. It's Busy's turn, so y'all make sure y'all tune in for that. Raising Kanan, there was no episode this week. There wasn't a new episode this week, so next week, Bell Collective, I got to get caught up. Y'all will get a double review probably tomorrow. Y'all will get that review. I'm sick of Bell Collective. At this point, I'm just finishing up the season because it just ain't doing it for me. And myself and Shade in the City, we're going to do that new OWN show, Put a Ring on It, Cheaters Edition, child.
Oh yeah, that come out next weekend, right?
Yeah, it comes out either next Friday or Saturday. And of course, Heart and Hustle Houston. So that's what we have going on over here, you guys. With that being said, y'all, we about to get out of here. It's been 2 hours. I need to go find me. I cooked dinner. I made these meatballs. I got these meatballs from and they were expensive too. They're like Angus beef or something. Well, not but I got these meatballs from Trader Joe's. They were expensive. I cooked them today with a little bit of rice, and they're nasty as fuck. And I literally had just cooked them right before we went live. So I'm like, now I gotta go run out and find me something to eat because I'm not cooking again. I do have some like pork chops in it, but everything else I have in there is frozen. I have pork chops, I have salmon, I've got some chicken, but it's all frozen. So now I gotta run out and I'm mad because I wasted my fucking money because they are so nasty. They're nasty to me. But two, now I gotta run out and find me something to eat. So not put barbecue sauce on them. I'm not doing this with y'all. Goodbye. Everything tastes better with barbecue sauce. Everything tastes better with barbecue sauce.
Sometimes it do.
All right. I will talk to y'all later. Peace. Ooh.